Hello. I did a video, or I tried to record a video. It didn't record correctly, so I lost it. But I was just gonna show my process, kind of go through some shit. I really want to do live videos. I finally hit the live on YouTube, and I'm wondering if YouTube will work or function like that Dolby On is, what I'm using to record audio from this into the phone. Living in the time we live in is kind of a beautiful thing with the technology. Because it's kind of like that shit is super simple. You just plug the USB from your phone into your gear, you're good to go. The 404 particular tends to work well with like fucking everything on USB, class compliant audio, which is really important to me. But so I'm trying to. I just fucking was going through some shit, making some shit. It's a long process. It takes a while, and I don't do any editing. But I found some shit off a record. My roommate let me borrow his records, and I started chopping shit up. I made some drums. I was just gonna make some just collect a bunch of sounds and shit to kind of work on stuff. But yeah, so I'm rambling like a jackass. I'm gonna get back into it. Hopefully this will work. I'm trying to see if TikTok does the USB-C class compliance, so I can just plug this shit in and just do it live on TikTok. If they have that option, I think I just hit the amount of followers necessary to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna just try to get into it. If this video is incomplete or doesn't finish or whatever the fuck, I don't know. There's like technical difficulties doing pretty much everything. So yeah. So this is a method I wanted to show people. I kind of wanted to put it out there. Oh shit, I could add. Anyways, yeah. So what I can do is I take the sample, I put it on a pad, and then I resample the start point, and maybe I put effects on it. But I recommend people do that instead of using the time division. Sometimes you can use the time division, like just not all the time. It's important to do that to get come up with different things that you wouldn't normally arrive at. Also, if you're having trouble with that, you can adjust the attack point of the sample in order to make it seem more natural when you're not playing on like the one of every chop. So it'll kind of help you. You'll be like, yo, this doesn't make any sense, and then you'll be like, oh shit, it sounds good. Or sometimes it doesn't sound good until you put drums under it. Maybe do some filtering, but adjusting the attack on the beginning of the sample when you're doing that technique is it really helps. I haven't had to do it so far, but I'm just throwing it out there because I don't know if people are aware of it. If you're not aware of it, that's a really good technique to do it on the 4/4. All you gotta do is hold shift, hit pitch, speed. And then you get there on the octave, on the digitech, you go to the amp envelope, and it's right there. It's the first one of these knobs, the 8 knobs on the right. On the MPC, you go into edit. Yeah, you just go into edit, and then there's a shitload of parameters down here that you can fuck with. There's way more. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna get back into it.
you tonight. Special privilege to introduce to you tonight